You don't have to like Garfield to understand his significance to culture and how the entire world has benefited from his enormous success. But how did it all start? As an American comic strip created by John Garfield, originally published locally as John in 1986, later changed to Garfield in 1987, it chronicles the life of the main character, Garfield the cat, his human owner John Arbuckle, and Odie the dog. But there's a lot of nuance to Garfield. Let's start with how Garfield got his name. Garfield was born on June 19th, 1987 in South Africa, on a plantation. This was a fish plantation for gar, and Garfield had snuck out into the fields one night and ate a whole field of gar. So all of the workers called him Garfield, but when the plantation owner found out where all of his fish had gone, it was too late. Garfield was already on a boat to Russia, where he was found by Spetsnaz special units, and they took him to Mikhail Gorbachev, where he would later meet the leader of Al-Qaeda, Osama bin Laden. He had overheard them discussing the plans for 9/11, and he knew he had to warn the USA. So he got onto the first plane to Washington. While he was on the plane, the flight attendant offered him some lasagna, and as soon as he sunk his incisors into it, it was the best thing he had ever eaten in his whole life. But then he remembered why he was there. He had to warn George W. Bush. Some time had passed and the plane had began to land in Washington, where he was greeted by the Secret Service and taken to the President of the United States of America, George W. Bush. He knew where Garfield had been, so he was making sure he wasn't a Russian spy. Garfield pleaded with him, trying to warn him of the coming danger, but George Bush already knew of it. He said, "You think I don't know of the coming danger? I'm the one who planned it." He then kicked him out of the White House and sent him to Munich, Indiana. He knew it was too late to stop the coming danger that would occur on that Monday, and this is why the iconic character Garfield hates Mondays. Okay.